Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give, but cannot. All of that unspent love gathers in the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and the hollow part of your chest. That quote is by author Jamie Anderson. Welcome, my beautiful, strong, resilient listeners. You are tuned in to In My Own Words, Your Stories, Your Voice. And I am your host, Savetria Bonaparte. And today, it's just us. Just me and you, just our hearts, connected in a space where we can hold grief together. If you're here, I know you are carrying something heavy. Maybe today feels unbearable. Maybe the world keeps moving forward while you are stuck in a place of aching memories. If that is you, I see you. I feel you, and I want you to know you are not alone. This episode is for us. It's for you. We're going to talk, reflect, and breathe together. Because sometimes all we need is to feel heard, to know our pain matters. Today, I hold space for your grief, and I invite you to hold space for mine. Grief does not follow rules. It doesn't come in neat stages, nor does it fade just because time has passed. Some days it's a whisper, other days it's a storm. And in times like these, when the world feels uncertain, heavy, and unkind, grief can feel even more suffocating. I want you to take a moment, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, pause. Take a deep breath with me. Let's inhale. Exhale. Now ask yourself, how am I really? Not how the world expects you to be, not how you pretend to be, but how are you deep inside? Are you exhausted, angry, lonely, numb? However you feel, guess what? It's okay. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to rush healing. Right now, you just have to be. One thing I've learned in my own grief journey is that pain is love that has nowhere to go. We love so deeply, and when that person is gone, that love has no hands to hold, no body to embrace. And that is where the aching comes from. But I want you to know love doesn't die. Love transforms. Love lingers in the memories, in the lessons, in the very whispers of your heart. Let's honor that love right now. If you feel comfortable, whisper your loved one's name. Whisper your child's name. Say it out loud. Close your eyes and picture their face. What's the first memory that comes to you? I can remember. The first memory that comes to me when I think about my son Joseph is the joy and happiness that I saw overcome him when his first child was born. Let your memory hold you, not in sorrow, but in love. Navigating grief in troubling times can be very difficult. The world often expects us to grieve in silence, to be strong, to move on. But grief doesn't work that way. It moves at its own pace, and it refuses to be ignored. In troubling times when loss feels even heavier, I want you to give yourself permission to grieve however you need to. Maybe today that means crying. Maybe it means sitting in silence. Maybe it means simply saying, I miss Joseph. I miss, place your child's name there. You do not have to justify your grief to anyone. You do not owe the world your strength when your heart is still breaking. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You deserve grace, patience, and compassion, especially from you. And if today your grief feels like it's too much, I want you to know you are not broken. You're certainly not weak. You are human. Yes. And you deserve support. If you have someone you trust, reach out, a friend, a support group, a therapist, an online community such as this, someone who can hold space for you. And if no one else will, I will do it for you. Let's take another deep breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Grief can feel like an endless storm. But even in the storm, there are small moments of peace. I want you to think about one thing, just one, that brings you even the slightest comfort. Maybe it's listening to music. I love music. Maybe it's writing, journaling, drinking a cup of tea, or stepping outside to feel the sun on your face. This week, I want you to intentionally create one moment of peace. A moment where you allow yourself just to be. And I would love if you could let me know about it. Email me at inmyownwords, altogether, inmyownwords2025 @gmail.com. I would love to hear about it. If you feel led to do it, please drop me a message. I would love to hear what you have to say. Drop me a comment in the Facebook feed, a story about a comment that gave you even a little relief. Because those moments, my dear, they add up. They remind us that even in grief, we're still alive. Isn't that wonderful? And being alive means we still have the capacity to love, to hope, to find meaning, even when it feels impossible. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with another quote that speaks to the journey of grief. Grief never ends, but it changes. It's a passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness, nor a lack of faith. It is the price of love. Author unknown. Again, my sister, your grief matters, your love matters, and most of all, you matter. Wherever you are in your journey, however broken you may still feel, you are still whole. You are still worthy, and you are not alone. If today's episode resonated with you, if you felt seen, heard, or held, I encourage you to share this with someone who may need it. Let's continue building this community of love and understanding. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, honor your grief, but also honor your strength. You are strong beyond your imagination. I believe that the strongest individual in the world is one who still gets up every day and knocks it out the park. However, a huge piece of you is gone forever. I'll see you soon. And as always, your story, your voice matters. Take care and keep holding on. This has been the 4th episode of In My Own Words, Your Stories, Your Voice.